forces are under attack.
Should you become a nuisance, I'll kill you myself.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Revolver Remastered. Today on Revolver, it's going to be herO and Snow. For a Patreon cast of the week, top left, it's going to be herO, and the top right, going to be Snow. Alright, man. Effort's watching as well here under his Maytube handle. It's Revolver. It's a 4-player map. Not a lot of games on my channel with Revolver. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Alright, so reveal entire map. Go ahead and get rid of Effort's vision here. We have a center that doesn't have any minerals or gas. We have a nice natural. We've got a third base with ramps leading into it and a bridge leading into it as well. We have a place to put tanks, so you can harass the mineral gathering of your opponent. There are no tanks here. Maybe some lurker spines can reach over here. Maybe we'll see if that will happen today. So again, just kind of flipped and reversed and nice symmetry here on this map. What's the play going to be here? Overlord scouting out. We've got ourselves a pylon coming up. We have a probe scouting the correct way here on this 4-player map, which is so important. So all of the cards are in Snow's hands right now. Can we pressure? Yes, we can. Can we play defensively and open up macroly? Yes, we can. Right? So it's going to be an overpool opening here from our guy herO. Snow says, all right, so it's not going to be a hatch first. So let's go ahead and throw down a forge and then a nexus and then a cannon, and then we'll see if we need more cannons from there. The probe says let's go ahead and harass as well. Harassing is fun because shields generate faster than drones can regenerate their own HP. Are we? Oh, never mind. Nexus first against Overpool? Terry the Overlord has not scouted it. Yeah, Terry, you didn't scout the Nexus first, dude. What are you doing? Barry will scout it eventually. But Snow just got away with a Nexus first. A Nexus first in a PvZ against herO. Yeah, so there's plenty of time. Plenty of time to throw down a forge, throw down a cannon. Maybe you need to body block a little bit with some probes, but that's okay. All right, man. So Snow is ahead right now. He scouted. He saw. He took a risk. He knew the Overlord is not seeing this. And third hatch here. Ooh. All right. Third hatch blind right now. herO has no idea this is a Nexus first, but he kind of just blind countered it with a early third hatch. Maybe not early, but maybe gamer sense. This Ling does see the Nexus first, and he's in to the main base trying to get a probe kill. These probes are defending their friend with their lives. And just droning. Setting up from macro game here on Revolver. I like it. This is a good time. Cybernetics core on the way at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Tech delayed. Probes on the way. Pylons on the way. This Ling is so low on HP here. 16 hit points. And he gets a kill. He gets a kill. Oh, he almost got a kill. He almost got it, dude. 3 more hits, maybe 4 more hits on that probe, and you'll get a kill. 4 more hits sounds like a lot, but even without the adrenal upgrade here, Ling's attack pretty darn fast. Barry here, we've got Terry just, you know, scouting around in the middle of the map here saying, did we miss a probe? Scout, did we miss a zealot out on the way here? Hey, look, it's a zealot hoofing it across the map. We've got a lair. We've got 2 more sets of Lings to handle this zealot, and this Ling is still alive, hiding inside your main base. Here on Revolver saying, forget about me, and I will go do another scout to see what your tech is. Stargate, Citadel, no big surprise here. And yeah, this is going to be a Patreon game. For those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin, for at least $1 a month. Appreciate each and one of you. I suppose most of the time that's supposed to be said, each and every one of you. but each and every one of you it is. So if you're watching this the week of October the 17th, thank you so much for being a patron. Really appreciate it. It means a lot these days, especially. And if you're watching this, I don't know, in November 2025 or something, tap that like button and subscribe, man. Trying to get to 69,000 subs by the end of 2025. It's a big goal, but I think we can do it. We're close now. So, what do we got? We got +1 Corsair opening against Hydra opening. Uh-oh. This is not actually spelling a lot of good things for Snow. Going for the Corsairs with the +1 attack. When your enemy opens Hydra Den, means the Corsairs are not very good against Hydras. Maybe some kind of a 3-base Hydra bust opening coming in. These macro hatches try to tell me that, yeah, it's going to be a lot of larvae, and they're going to be for Hydralisks. This might be a situation where we see Snow cancel the +1 attack, although I did see a game recently that cast where the Protoss player kept the +1 attack and made like 2 Corsairs. So he had 2 really upgraded Corsairs, but didn't go crazy with them because it was a Hydra play from the Zerg. Dude, this 4 HP Ling has no kills, but he's getting some good scouts off. And oh, man, he played with fire a little bit too much there. Went down. This Corsair scouts in, sees he's got his 1 kill. He sees the evolution chamber. He sees the hatches. He recognizes, okay, this is going to be a lot of Hydralisks. So he doesn't cancel the +1 attack. This is interesting, right? This is a choice you have. I think it's better to cancel the +1 attack and get into Storm as fast as possible. He is getting a DT out. A DT can do a pretty good job dealing with this Hydra stuff when it shows up at your front door, especially if there are Corsairs around to snipe the Overlords, and so the DTs are permanently invisible. So this is interesting. Now, 3rd base has no detection at it. The Corsairs make sure that's true. No creep colony, no spore. Come on, herO. I love you, man. I do. But if you have no detection at this base and a DT shows up and shuts down all the mining and kills like 27 drones, I'm going to throw a fit. I'm going to be very upset with you, Zerg players, man. Every time this happens, I know you want to cut corners. I know you don't want to spend money. Oh, an Overlord pops out. Okay. All right. So at least he has an Overlord. Oh, and the body block. But the DT at least gets out of there. Well, okay, that was actually some incredible timing from herO. It's all good, man. We have an Overlord. The Corsairs are not here to kill it. The Hydras can keep it alive, probably. Anyway, and the +1 attack is finishing up for these Stairs, man. More gateways on the way. We've got a Zealot leg upgrade coming in. Any sign of a Templar Archives? No. He has the resources for it. Come on, come on. Templar Archives, go. Templar Archives. Somebody build a Templar Archives. For the love of all that is Protoss. That's a pylon. That's not a Templar Archives. That's not a Templar Archives. That's a cannon. That's a cannon like we're afraid of a Spire transition, which... Sure, maybe. Sometimes we get Spire transitions in this game. Oh, he has a Templar Archives right here. Falcon's blind. It's cool. It's fine. Storm's in the production tab. Wow. We're not going to talk about that anymore. Nope. Look, a Spire is on the way. So good. Getting a cannon inside the mineral lines is a great idea. The mutas are fast. They can be in places you don't expect them to be. And even if you can, defend them with the Corsairs, you don't necessarily know where the mutas are at all times. So look, defensive cannons coming up. Protoss has no problem with getting defensive cannons up, just in case something shows up they can't handle. Zergs don't like their static defense at all. No Sunkens, no Spores. Here from herO, it will pay off if he can survive long enough to make use of the extra income he gets because he didn't build any creep colonies. But it's tough. It is. These Zealots do have the +0 attack upgrade coming in. I don't know. Good positioning from these Hydras. I don't know if these Zealots want to engage here. They sort of do, actually. They get a drone. They target another drone down. All right. See how 1 Spore maybe would have saved some of these drones' lives. Maybe all of them, as another drone gets killed. 5 drones. Great targeting. 6 drones. Great targeting here from Snow. Are you kidding me? He just killed like 6 or 7 drones there. Because there was not a single Sunken. I promise you, if there was a single Sunken here, and there were these Hydras, the Zealots would have gone home. They would have pulled back. They would have tried to find another angle, maybe the natural base. But 1 Sunken would have saved those 6 drones, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is the gamble, and I hate it. 7 mutas on the way. Once again, no Sunkens in the natural base, and no Hydras. Wait, 1 Hydra's here either. Mutas, pretty good against Zealots, just if they don't kill them fast. And they scout the muta count as well. These Zealots get some work done. Love that. So, hey, guess what? The +1 attack for the Corsairs made a ton of sense. Snow says, screw you, Falcon, I know what I'm doing. Any sign of a 3rd base for Snow? Nope. None of that whatsoever. Lurker aspect coming in. Kidder and Amulet on the way too. And around. We've got some mutas. It's not a ton of mutas. Okay, that DT can be killed. I don't know why we're heading this way with everything. The DT's right... Okay, fine. Ooh, an escort! An escort down to expand. Love it. Love it. Falcon says, escort your workers when they expand. It's not that hard. It doesn't cost you anything. Mutas are here to snipe High Templar. We know that. We'll see if they can pull it off or not. Kind of seems like maybe a big ask against somebody as good as Snow. With the Corsairs that he's got, it's only 3. It's not a huge Corsair ball tooling around the map, which sometimes Protoss will do. Again, especially with that +1 attack. But he's going to defend against these mutas with the Corsairs, with cannons, with Storm. Storm catches a bit of them, brings them into the pink health, which, as we all know, is not a great place to be if you're a Mutalisk. You don't have a ton of HP anyway. Although, you know, Hydras have even less HP. 4th base down the left side. Corsairs hunt down and bully another Overlord into death. Supply block. Nope. hero's looking okay. Trying to snipe the 4 Corsair ball. Scourge connection's not happening. 5 Corsairs now. So we are back into Corsair production here a little bit. 5 of them. No more on the production tab right now, but it doesn't mean he can't make any later. Snipes a probe. Loses a bunch of HP in the process. Scourge? No. Good micro. Good pullback. Great pullback there from Snow. Drones droning. Ooh, 58 drones. The magical number is about 60 workers for Zerg. 60, 65 is even better, but 60 workers for Zerg can be enough to get a win in the long term against somebody even as good as Snow is. Even considering Snow is an ASL semi-finalist and could win his first ASL in 20 here. Muta's trying to fight Corsairs. Doesn't go well for them. Sometimes it does. Good concave, good Psy Storm in the response, splitting the lurkers out so they can't get stormed by the single storm. You gotta have 1 storm for each lurker. There's a drone up here. Drone, buddy! Hey! Oh, he tried to fight for reasons. Got murdered by a zealot. Unfair. I guess he was an enemy combatant. Technically, Adrenal's on the way. Overlord gonna die again. These Corsairs are just kind of finding little bits of damage to do while this is happening at the same time. Snow pushing into this is not a good time. Corsair gonna find another Overlord. Does not supply block hero. He's done a pretty good job replacing Overlords before they die. I'm impressed by this. And he's got 63 drones. All right, man. This is herO. hero's got his tech. He's got High Templars, Zealots, Dragoons. Archons are going to start showing up fairly soon here, especially with all these Mutalisks flying around. I'd be surprised if he does an Archon some of these High Templars, especially once their energy is out. We'll see. Charging into the natural base. Not really. He's just kind of poking, prodding into the natural base here. Not getting a lot done. Storms are good. He's sending Zealots into the stuff that's been bruised up already. He feels like that's a good position to send the Zealots into. Swinging around the backside, though, trying to snipe off High Templar. They get 1. They eat a Storm for it. They get another 1, possibly. Zealots into the natural base are going after the drones. That 65 worker count, guess what? It's 56 now. Into the natural, continuing just kind of park here and kill stuff. These Zealots inside the mineral line are having a great time. Get those drones out of there, herO. Get them out. Archon, yes. Archon, no. Archon down. Zealots are having an absolute field day. 4 kills on that Zealot. Oh my gosh. 6 kills on that Zealot. 51 drones remain, and Snow is still winning this battle. He's jumping on top of lurkers. He's killing Overlords. It's 137 to 87 supplies. Snow made this work in a way that I did not think it should have worked. herO did not pull the drones out of this position. Did not have enough to handle this. Adrenal's done, but he has like 1 Zergling and it dies immediately. Zealots come back from the main base where they just had a picnic. 8 kills on this Zealot. Are you kidding me? Finally, the Zealots get cleaned out. Finally, herO stabilizes here a little bit. The good news is he didn't lose a hatch. The bad news is he lost a lot of drones. Oh my gosh, the DT's in the main base. What is this? He's gonna cancel the upgrade. I don't, oh my gosh, I got the spawning pool too. How did he drop DTs in this base? Yes, he dropped DTs in the main as well. Oh no. All right, we got to rewind and check that act. Okay, that attack had a lot more going on than I thought it did. My bad, folks. Let's go back and check that out. So while this is happening, these Corsairs are like, there are no Overlords in the main base. These drones are evacuating into the main base. What can we do? Well, we've got 4 DTs and a shuttle. Yeah, he's just winning so much right here anyway. The Corsairs are like, is there like not a spore here? There aren't any Overlords here. That Overlord gets sniped because it was heading into the main base. Oh my gosh. We saw that. I didn't realize how important that was. The drones come in. It's 48 drones. It was like 63 just 30 seconds ago, and then the DTs unload into the main base. And to herO's credit, he sees them coming. 3 of them go down on a Hydra. And, okay, we got to make sure. What about that upgrade? Lings. Okay, yeah, so they did not cancel that upgrade. They canceled the Carapace upgrade because it wasn't even close to done. They didn't cancel the +1 melee upgrade. Just barely, though. That was like a second and a half later it was dead. And the spawning pool dies. Cool! Alright, so Snow is in a great position here at 14 minutes. What a sick play. Sending DTs into the main base while kind of crushing in the natural base, too, in a way that I'm not sure Snow expected to win that much in the natural. The good news is the Hydra Den's alive. The spawning pool doesn't take that long to rebuild. He's rebuilding evolution chambers, spawning pools, and more evo chambers down here in the bottom left. Again, no third base. That was a third, well, okay, third base here, right? So no fourth base. 3 bases are rolling. No fourth base from Snow. Yeah, man, you think maybe having a Sunken or 2 would have helped in these battles? Maybe not. Maybe like 2 Sunkens in this base wouldn't have prevented that from happening. Kind of feel like it would. Kind of feel like a Sunken in the main base would have been awesome as well in that situation. But Zerg's are like, yeah, but 1 in 50 games, the Protoss throws some DTs into the main base. And sometimes they bring enough, they can just kill a Sunken immediately anyway. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not feeling good about herO. I'm looking at it. 170 to 109 supply is a massive advantage. It's a lot of lurkers down there, but Psy Storm is a thing. Dragoons are at 211 upgrades. Lings have that 1-1 thanks to saving that upgrade on the Evo Chamber. The Mutas I don't think have done much today. Have they killed a probe? Yes. Have they killed any High Templar? I hope so, but I don't feel like they have. Oh yeah, this base is canceled. Canceled or killed, and canceled. High ground going to be a little bit dicier to come up, but seriously, oh gosh, more Overlords getting destroyed. Storm drop in at this base. The drone micro is good, but still losing about 4 or 5 drones there. The drone massacre today by Snow has been absolutely heroic for him. Yeah, this shuttle is putting in the work right now. Pulling back most of the army. Oh, Scourge do wipe out the shuttle that I just talked about. Talked about its praises. These Corsairs, man. 5 kill Corsair. 5, 6. And then this one has 2. So that is 13. 13 kills on these Corsairs. Those are Overlord, Scourge. Those are Mutalesques we're killing. We're not killing drones. We're not killing Lings with that. Dude, some highly effective Corsair play. That +1 attack coming into play so much. Right side base being defended by cannons and a DT. And the High Templar just popped out. Not quite enough energy for a Storm yet, but he will momentarily. Defiler Mound coming in. herO's decided, yeah, some Plague would be nice here against all these Zealots especially. Look how many Zealots there are. And how many Dragoons. You know, and Dark Swarm would be fantastic as well. But, dude, Snow is just the king in PvZ at taking good trades and finding good angles and taking advantage of maybe mistakes. Maybe some mistakes that the Zerg players make in, like, oh, I don't know, not having any Sunkens at all. Ooh, yeah, just killing Overlords, killing Lings, Hydras that want to come down to here. He'll massacre them too. The Lurkers are more of a concern. Don't like the Lurkers in this position. Kind of pinned in between Cracklings and Lurkers, although the Lurkers just all died, so never mind. Simultaneous death. Snow is up about 40, 50 supply here. More Zealots coming across the map, producing more Zealots, producing more High Templar, producing Archons for tanky purposes here, and for splash damage, blah, blah purposes against Lings if too many of them show up. Yeah, so let's just come right on top of these Lurks. Like, we don't even care. You Lurkers are not enough to scare us. Lurker down, Lurker down. Lurkers in conjunction with Cracklings is pretty scary. Nice Storm on those drones again. Okay. So herO is holding. I think he's going to hold it, but the question is, has he taken too much damage during all of these attacks to really get to where he wants to go? Or is he completely locked out of the future where he will be able to beat Snow in a macro PvZ? Because it kind of feels like he's locked out of that future, folks. Yeah. And you're looking at it, and some Zergers will be like, well, look at this. He's shutting it down. There's hardly any Protoss on this side of the map at all right now. And yes, that's true, but it's a 50-40 supply lead here for the Protoss. He's casually, just happily mining on 4 bases. He's got 59 probes to 46 drones for the Zerg. And Consume is on the way. Three-2 upgrades on the Hydras at this stage of the game is pretty nice. 2-2 on the Lings. I'm impressed with the upgrades here from herO, considering the evolution chambers that have died today. 2-1-1 for the Protoss is maybe a little bit behind, but he's working on that +3. It's almost done. Almost there. High Templar needs to be targeted. God, such a good storm. 9 kills. 9 kills on those Zerglings, man. Storm the ramp. More Lings are gonna die. So, Lurker, nope. Maybe there's enough Zerg to shut this down, and maybe herO can start his path towards getting back into this game by shutting this thing down. Okay. Archon down, DT killed. Lurker needs to burrow like yesterday. You getting dropped or something? I don't know why this Lurker's not burrowing. That guy is. Oh, he's moving now. Okay, so he does shut down this base. Okay, look, herO putting some good work in. Maybe expanding down here from herO, another path forward to getting a win. Snow, kind of not happy about this crackling Lurker thing, and he's really not going to be happy that Consume is done. And that Plague is not on the way. Is Plague done? I didn't see Plague come through the production tab, and probably, oh, there it is. Plague got started. Cool. So there is Plague on the way. Plague grinding, as Tastosis says, is really broken, but so is Storm. So hey, we've all got our broken tools in StarCraft, folks. It's how we use them. That's how this works. Yeah, Dark Swarm cracklings. Psy Storm against everything. Yeah, Dark Swarm changes this whole, the whole math situation here. Snow was so happy to come through this area previously. There was no Dark Storm, and now he's avoiding it for obvious reasons. Oh, I love expanding up here. That's a cheeky expand for Snow. Oh, boy. I am right on your front porch, herO. What are you going to do about it? I can easily stage drops into your main base from here. Oh, my gosh. I can defend. Oh, boy. This is cheeky. New base coming in from herO. We talked about that one. Psy Storm in. Catching a Lurker. Catching a million Lings. A lot of Zerg have died today. Another 50 supply lead just about. First Snow. Knight Templar does get killed by these cracklings. +3/+3 finishing up on the Lings. Love that. Plague is done. So I'm waiting for our first Plague to catch these guys. Once the Plague starts coming out, we're going to see more Archons added into the mix here for Snow. There's a Defiler, and here's a Plague. Ready? Oh, wait. Ahem. Consume. Dark Swarm. Plague. There it is. Plague-oo! Big old bits of strawberry jelly clinging to your body and eating through your HP. It can't feel good, man, but these guys, they keep fighting. Into the Dark Swarm. Everybody goes. There's an Archon in there. He's pretty happy about it. He'll live inside the Dark Swarm. He will fight in the shade. Dragoons no, but Zealot Archon pretty happy to fight in there against most things. Yeah, these Lings coming into the Dark Swarm, they're going to do pretty well, but this Archon, oh my gosh, 12 kills. +3 Archon looking pretty good, folks. Psy storming up the right side, trying to get a surround here. It's a desperate situation for herO, but I'm not sure Snow is very happy about this either. I don't know, suddenly up about 50-60 supply. Making some good trades here. This 7-kill Archon putting in some work. 12-kill Archon hasn't gotten a new one in the last 10 seconds or so. Come on. What's wrong with you? Snow falls back a bit, as his units are plagued and injured. Some of them are and some of them are not. Right side base still not happening here for Snow. Zealot just running out. Trying to find if there's a base down here they can kill, or a base down here, or maybe this base is undefended because there's an observer and he knows this base is in fact entirely undefended. Dude, 181 to 119 supply, 46 workers for herO. Like, Plague is good. Dark Swarm is good. It's not this good, folks. When we say it's broken, we are very specifically not saying it's unstoppable. Because it's not. It's not like you get Plague and you win. There is no win now button in StarCraft, despite what some people would say. We see it is a balanced game. We see everybody winning against everybody else, despite the presence of broken things. So yeah, late game PvZ, one of my favorite things in all of StarCraft, because all the broken things are available and they're all being thrown at each other. Both players are using them all the time, every possible way. 12 kill Archon, still has 12 kills. There we go, 13 kills. Zealot's body blocking for him. No, he does get popped. Does get popped, unfortunately. Another Plague coming in. No, where are you going, Defiler, buddy? Oh, he needs to consume. There were okay. Yeah, maxed out Snow here. Dude, taking that 11 o'clock base might have been just the nail in the coffin here. The final nail for herO. Where is your Plague, sir? Some of these Dragoons are not red. I'm seeing red, but I think it's Zerg blood. That's not Plague at all. Yeah, I mean, herO is broke. He is expanding down the left side, and he feels pretty good about it, but dealing with this army seems almost impossible. Yeah, Archon very bravely charging into the mix, getting hits off on Archons, or on Hydralisks. And yeah, I think this is it. I don't know that herO can save his main base, and losing your main base like this when you're down under 100 supply, you have no money. You're making 20 Zerglings to fight against this. I mean, Hydras roll in, but we get saved the storm for those guys on the ramp. That's what we like to do. Natural Hatch gonna die. Again, not the end of the world. Yeah, storm, and then everybody that gets in close gets killed by the Archons, and that's a GG! Snow pulls off the victory here in 25 minutes and 46 seconds for a Patreon cast of the week. Oh, that's funny. What a fantastic showing there. I mean, come on. Fantastic showing from Snow. Gets the Nexus first off against an overpool opening from the Zerg player, which you can do. It's a little bit tricky. It's a little bit tough, but pulled it off. Pulled it off in the end. Snow did. He's a monster. He knows how to use all the overpowered stuff, right? All the broken stuff that Protoss has. That doesn't mean he's going to get a win automatically, but in this situation, feels like it. Feels like it sometimes, doesn't it? But feelings are not facts. So, behold, 3-2-1 upgrades. Didn't even bother getting that many armor upgrades for his Protoss units. Never really bothered pushing down here either. He, that one big attack into this base, which again, I think one sunken would have helped a lot. And then the DT attack into the main, and then the natural base got hit a bunch and finally went down, and that was it. Taking this base though, man. It's just, it is so cheeky. I love it. I like it a lot. You're attacking from this anyway, so you can fall back to some cannons and a base, and it just feels a lot stronger. So, GG, dude. I mean, that Nexus first just set the tone, and Snow rode that wave to the end, getting the victory. 236,000 points and 204,000 points in favor of Snow. herO outproduced the Protoss, got outkilled by the Protoss by a bigger number. Huh. 92 buildings raised by the Protoss. That means that cannons were not dying, bases were not dying, and that's a problem if you're a Zerg. And, the outspend. I always do this. We should come here first. Protoss outspent the Zerg. GG. That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.